I often have folks ask me, where's the best place to put your money when investing in brewing equipment? Well, the way I look at it, the brewing kettle is the heart of every system. That's big or small. It's used for extract brewing as well as all grain brewing. So with that in mind, it's probably a good idea to make sure you're getting a good one. Otherwise, you're going to wind up like I did. Here's my stack of old units that no longer are used, and all said and done, I've probably put, I don't know, $600-700 into different kettles over all the years. So I suggest jump right in and get a good one to start with. I just received this kettle as a further upgrade to my system, and so we'll use it as a talking point. Let me open it up and we'll go through it. There we go. So, what are the features that make a kettle good or not? Well, first and rather obvious is the quality of the material. This particular kettle here is made out of 1.2 millimeter stainless steel 304. Very high quality and very heavy duty compared to most other stuff you'll see out there. The other thing that's really important is the size. I suggest you want to make sure you get one that's big enough, if not one step bigger, so you can grow into it further. So for my system, I'm boiling 10 gallons now. So I have a 15-gallon brew kettle. I'm using these 10-gallon ones for my mash tun and the sparge tank. So again, make sure you pick the right size one so you don't outgrow it right away. Next on the list would be the fittings. There's a couple different ways these fittings are attached. You can see on this one here, they're welded into place. Other versions, like this one here, it has the no weld feature. Punch a hole through it, use compression and a couple O-ring gaskets to keep the seal watertight, and that works okay. You see some negative comments around that, and while not ideal, I used those for years and years and years, never really had any problems with it. Then you can kind of see some other ones where they have a welded feature, but the weld is either not that great or a lesser than quality, and so that's not very good either. Once you have the fitting attachment defined, what about the fitting itself? You can go one of a couple different ways. You can either use, like this one here, tri-clamp, which I personally favor, or you can go with a threaded feature, like a 1/2-inch national pipe thread type of attachment. And that's okay, but you'll see a lot of folks talking about threads inherently allow contamination to start to develop in the thread itself. Once again, I used those for many years, never really had a problem, but followed very strict cleaning and sanitizing processes. So to wrap it all up, we'll go top to bottom with this guy. We talked about the material, top notch. At the upper lip here, it's half rolled, so you can easily get under and clean out anything that might come around in, say, a boil-over condition. Internally, it's graduated, so you know exactly how full it is. All the welds on it are food-grade TIG welds that are absolutely flawless. And the key feature is, in the bottom, it's a stepped bottom situation, so that you actually have a little step right above the very bottom, so you can put your false bottom in there. You're going to basically be picking up a little bit above the very bottom, so you're not going to get all the dregs. The bottom itself is a tri-clad structure, which basically is going to do two things. First off, it's induction capable, and for me, that's a nice feature because I use induction burners. The other thing is, if you're using it with propane, it's going to provide a nice even distribution of that heat across the whole bottom of the kettle. So there you have it in a nutshell. Going to spend some money, going to buy something that's going to be the heart of your system. I think you can start with the kettle itself. You can later then enhance around it through the mash tun, through your sparge tank, through your fermenter. All those things can be done in addition without outgrowing the kettle itself. Hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be glad to talk about it, because clearly I have plenty of experience when it comes to evaluating these things. Thanks a lot. We'll catch up with you later.